Just got my retest for my smog, and I was like, hell yeah, the motherfucking pod is today. You know what I'm talking about?
What's up? What's up? Peace and love, everyone. We are back. I'm Dai.
And I'm Jess.
Yep. We'll get into Culture Corner after sports news, so stick around for that.
And on Savage Sports this week,
This show is powered by Ecam Live. We partnered
inside the 2026 WNBA collective bargaining agreement, record salaries, revenue sharing, and growth. And I know we have not been here for a while, but we still got to talk about it. Why MaxxCrosby Baltimore Ravens trade fell apart. Health scare, loyalty shift, and NFL implications.
I think majority of these stories are like a week or two old, but again, we were gone for a while, and we just want to like recoup on what we really wanted to talk about at that time. But you know, then in Culture Corner this week, rat and human DNA controversy in fast food burgers, what studies environments really mean. And Jim Carrey César Awards 2026. The truth behind the clone rumors. We'll get into that. And then inside the Jeffrey Epstein files, big discovery on that. Everyone's been talking about it, and it's clear as day that the cat's out the bag. So for me, I'm gonna try not to hold anything back anymore, since this is the craziest thing about it. So might as well go all out. You know, say what you needed to say. Like, all the conspiracies, true, false, whatever, is out the window. It's speculation, and everyone's just having a discussion about it. But always stay to the end for our views. Let Coach Speak Alive, episode 69. Welcome back to the show.
Turn the mic on, let the culture speak. Gossip, sports talk, 7 days a week. From the courts to the streets, headlines stay bleak. Talk shows out now, let the culture peak.
Before on the thing?
No, I just heard you, I think.
Oh, you did?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you got to get used to that.
I think I actually did hear myself. It's been a long time.
I never didn't know, but
Nah. I just heard you, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I could do it too, but I was just hearing myself got kind of annoying. So, if you want to hear yourself. But yeah, so we are back. We got new equipment and everything. We got a stream deck, so the sounds that she could play. Yeah. They got the clues bomb. You got everything.
Prepare to be sick of me.
We got the clearly as day up for that. But, you know, Jess, what's going on? Been off for a while. Everything good with you?
I'm excited. I was just thinking about this earlier. I'm excited to get back to it. It's been so much stuff happening these last couple weeks. Y'all know I'm riding for the Raiders hella hard. So seeing all that unfold, all I could think about was, damn, we ain't doing a show right now. The Ravens did Maxx Crosby dirty.
But well, definitely. Okay. And I want you to give like everything in the trades, free agency and everything, what's going on with that. Yeah, leave that space for you. But yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. Just got to keep moving on. We're coming up to our second year. Can you believe that?
Hell yeah. Time flies. Time flies when you're doing what you love.
Hiatus, but we're back. We break down the news, add context, and give our honest take to spark discussions for educational entertainment purposes. Share your thoughts, like this episode, and follow our channel for free. Sign up for a chance to win free merch. QR code at the end. But first, This show is powered by Ecamm Live. We partnered with them for live streaming. Ecamm Live is a top-tier Mac software built for creators, professionals, and businesses. It features multi-camera support, real-time camera switching, screen sharing, overlays, and integrated audience comments. The intuitive interface makes streaming, recording, podcasting, and presenting simple with seamless integration across all platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Ecamm Live is the go-to solution for producing high-quality live broadcasts. Start your free 14-day trial today by clicking the link provided or the QR code. Appreciate it. Support us so we can support you guys. Use referral code LCS at checkout to let them know we sent you. Jess, I'm gonna try to work on that this week. If you don't want it, if you just want to hear me and not yourself.
Yeah, I just want to hear you.
Okay.
What? All right, y'all. In March 2026, a proposed trade sending Maxx Crosby from the Raiders to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks was called off after Crosby failed his physical. The medical exam revealed a significant meniscus tear and bone stress injury in Crosby's knee, raising concerns for Baltimore. The Raiders never pushed to trade Crosby, now see him as a key part of their roster. Crosby, who initially wanted out, described the process as a roller coaster, but has since recommitted to the Raiders, saying, "I'm a Raider." NFL insider Adam Schefter noted that with Crosby's health questions and the Raiders' new roster moves, his desire to leave has diminished. The Dallas Cowboys also had shown interest, but with the trade off the table, Crosby remains in Las Vegas for the 26-27 season. This episode underscores how a player's health and team dynamics can quickly shift trade prospects in the NFL. Now, me, personally, as a Raider fan, I was sad to see him go. You know, he's been the face of the Raiders for quite some time, especially since, you know, a lot of the cornerstone players, whether y'all like him or not, Derek Carr has been gone. Only face we had was Maxx. So, am I happy he's back? Absolutely. Am I sad how it went down? Yeah. I mean, that could... I don't know. I mean, like, he's human. I feel like that could hurt your ego. Like, he's thinking, okay, I'm about to get a fresh start. I'm about to go to the Ravens, a team that's always in important games at the end of the season. You know, he obviously loved the Raiders. He said that multiple times, but he was tired of the change, which we can all, as Raider fans, understand, because we are also tired of the change. He's a star player that makes impacts.
What kind of change? Like the coaching change, the environment and everything with Tom Brady coming in?
Constant turnover with the coaching. Yeah. Every other year, like they have had really no stability. Yeah. It's always something going on and it's not the best. So I can understand that him being ready to move on. You know, when you're on a team and you're a star player and your team's not winning, it's usually the inevitable. So, you know, John Spytek got a good trade package, 2 first rounds for Maxx. You know, we don't want to see Maxx go, but that was a good trade. Okay, so we wasn't tripping. We was like, okay, whatever. Now, I think the Ravens got cold feet. You know, everybody's like, oh, he failed his physical, da-da-da-da-da. Well, as everybody speculated or spoke about, everyone knew he was going to fail. He had a surgery like 9 weeks ago. You know, everybody knew that. And so they were saying, oh, you know, about future. They were worried about
injuries and stuff.
Yeah. About how long he was going to last because of how bad the knee injury looked. So, yes, that's understandable if, you know, Maxx Crosby didn't come out with his own account of things a couple of days ago talking about how the process went when he got to Baltimore. He said they flew him to D.C., so he still had to drive 2 hours to get to Baltimore. He gets to Baltimore. He's not greeted by the GM. He's not greeted by the head coach. He doesn't see them for 5 hours. He don't see them until after the physical. And you don't usually see that. When people trade for a star player, they're greeted at the door. So you already knew something was up. Like, that's not normal. And then finally, when you do see him after the physical, you're telling them, we're worried about your knee. It's not looking too good. We want you to play for us. We're going to do what we can. You know, basically leaving Crosby in the dark the whole day.
So who did they pick up besides him? Do you see any?
So
Is it better for the Ravens to pick them up?
So they picked up Trey Hendrickson. And talent-wise, no, he's not better than Crosby. He's older than Crosby. And he's had, I think he has more surgeries than Crosby as well. Okay. But with Trey, they got to keep those 2 first-round picks. Ravens lost a lot of people in free agency. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, we're investing 2 first-round picks into this guy, and we're feeling like his knee isn't going to hold up in the future, even though I think it was kind of rah-rah BS. But, and so they tell him, like, oh, you know, we're backing out of this. We're not going to do this, you know?
Yeah.
And the very next day, it's announced they're signing Trey. Them guys got cold feet. They saw that Trey didn't get the numbers he wanted, figured out that they could sign him, figured they could save their first 2 first-round picks, and they backed out the trade.
Yeah, because there's more options out there.
And I know some Ravens fans like, y'all dragging it, get over it, he failed his physical. Come on.
There's more to it, obviously.
As soon as Crosby had his account of things, just the fact that they didn't greet that man at the door should tell y'all all y'all need to know. Look, okay. Let's be for real. Now, if he came, they greeted him at the door. They were excited. Oh, we're happy to see you. Let's go. You know what I mean? Then that would be more believable that they were worried about his, you know, knee. And still, not to say that it didn't play a role in it, but come on.
But in a way, that you heard on his podcast, he's relieved in a way too that it didn't go through. That he's forever. And I think it's just that in that moment time that just got him heated. I just want to trade. I want to be traded and move on from this. Yada yada yada.
And I won't even say he's happy that it didn't go through. It's just more so in the end of it all, he doesn't have a problem where he is because everybody knows Maxx Crosby is a very spiritual person. And so he feels like, you know, things happen for a reason. So I'm obviously where I'm supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So, you know, would he have been, I don't want to, you know, he would have been happy too if the Ravens had welcomed him with open arms and everything went smooth. But, you know, he's in good spirits from what he's saying and saying, you know, everything happens for a reason. I am where I'm supposed to be. And they apparently organically, they say, you know, the issues that him and the Raiders had that led to him wanting a trade, they have repaired their relationship and they're ready to move forward together with, you know, the Raiders having his back and supporting him through that muddy water that happened with that trade. So prepare to see the best version of Maxx this season because I know that man is angry and he has the biggest chip on his shoulder. Good luck, all offensive lines.
Crosby's rehab timeline is now expected to extend into mid-season, complicating trade talks further. Raiders' new defensive coordinator publicly praised Crosby's leadership and importance to the team. Baltimore Ravens signed Trey Hendrickson shortly after the failed trade, filling their defensive end in need. The Cowboys are reportedly monitoring Crosby's situation, but remain cautious due to the injury. Raider fans are rallying on social media, celebrating Crosby's recommitment amid trade drama. So anything on the Cowboys true, or did the Raiders just say, no, we're not trading him at all, even though there's other teams, I think the Bears too, right? We're talking about it.
Well, after everything went down, you know, a lot has happened, you know, when it was announced that he was going to go to the Ravens. these other teams that were interested, they spent the money, they did their other trades, they allocated money to other players with the mindset that they weren't getting Crosby. So by the time the shit hit the fan, the teams didn't have the same assets to give up for Crosby anymore, or the money to take Crosby. That's why the league was upset, because the Ravens accepting that trade made it other people that were really in on wanting to get him. Okay, we're not getting him. Let's go pay this guy. Let's go get this guy. Let's go get this guy. Let's go get this guy. Let's pay this guy. So by the time they found out they weren't going to get him, they couldn't get him either. Right. The Raiders were not going to come down on their price just because the trade got confuddled and muddled with the Ravens. People came back asking, hoping they can get a discount. And the Raiders was like, hell no. I mean, we don't even want to trade him. We was respecting what he wanted. Okay. But we still had our standards in place where we going to respect what you want, but whoever gets you got to come to our price.
Okay.
So now it was, people reaching back out hoping to get a discount to get him. And they're like, hell no. We'll keep him. We don't have an issue. This is still Maxx Crosby we're talking about here. We have, and with the signings they made for those days that Maxx Crosby was considered to be gone, this is a whole new team. So
yeah, it sounds like
now with Maxx Crosby back in the fold, I know y'all be saying, oh, you Raider fans always watch out. You understand? Watch out. Shit. Watch out.
Yeah, comment below your guys' thoughts on that. We'll definitely catch up on any more trades. Anything as the season starts to rile up and trades and deals are being made right now. Players are being placed. Damn, that's a lot of fucking money. Hell yeah. Even Maxx Crosby's price went up like exponentially after this season, right? Still, or did it? Do you know what I mean?
No, I mean, I think, I don't know. I don't know. Do we just to see? I don't know the verbiage of his contract, but I know he got his guaranteed $30 million for this season already. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Comment below your guys' thoughts on that. We gotta move on.
All right, y'all. The WNBA just locked in a massive new deal that's set to shake up women's basketball for years. After 17 months of back and forth, the Players Union and League agreed to a 7-year collective bargaining agreement on March 18th, 2026. Guaranteeing the 2026 season kicks off May 8th. That's the big change. Player pay is getting a huge upgrade. The salary cap jumps from $1.5 million to $7 million this year, with projections over $10 million soon. Supermax salaries go from $249,000 to $1.4 million, and the average player will earn around $600K. Even rookies like Caitlin Clark, well, she's not a rookie no more, but can fast track to max deals through the new Epic Milestone system. How about the minimum pay? It's now over $300K, giving every full year player a solid paycheck. Plus, players get 20% of league revenue and better perks like charter flights and housing. What about the offseason? It's packed tight with expansion drafts, free agency, and training camp squeezed into a few weeks. This deal isn't just numbers. It's a sign the WNBA is stepping into the spotlight it deserves. I mean, yeah, they've grown a lot over the last few years.
I mean, yeah. The amounts of times that we talked about it and the shit that they've been going through with the dildos and everything. How to be that. But, like, the network deals, people actually watching the game. And, yeah, they put in work, especially that protest stuff that they did on the court, I can't hate on any of it. Like, what, like, the people are hating and talking trash and stuff. What else can you do? Nothing. Literally, you just gotta praise them for doing the work, and actually, that's really good compared to what they did have before. Like that wasn't shit compared to now, and that's at least something. You know, especially with the 20%. I know like 27% they wanted, but 20% is still a good amount, and that's a lot.
Hell yeah. I know people were like, no, they don't even make money. That means the NBA. You know, what would be cracking me up now, I just feel like, I don't know why, I just feel like when it comes to the NFL and the NBA, WNBA, fans used to be just worried about who's playing, what team, what player going to what team or whatever. I feel like over these last...
It's like men versus women.
Not even, I won't even say that. I'm going to say just, because this even happens for the NFL, fans very much concern themselves with how much these players are getting paid. Like, they care so much. Like, they be lightweight hating. They're like, oh, you stealing from the team. You don't need that much money, this and that and the third. I'm like, why are y'all so worried about the financials? We talking about billion-dollar companies and millionaire players. Why are we even worried about that business? They gonna get the money they gonna get, whether you like it or not. You have no control over that. So I don't know why people get up in arms like, oh, we could just end the league. First of all, you as a fan ain't gonna end nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they still gonna do what they gonna do. They know what they can and can't do. Us on the outside looking in, if the WNBA couldn't afford to give these ladies this, they wouldn't be giving these ladies this. Right. If the NFL couldn't afford to be giving these players this, they would not be giving these players this. And then so on and so forth for the NBA, MLB, soccer, whatever it may be. They know what they're doing. Like,
and hopefully, like, it goes beyond just the WNBA into other women's sports too. Just especially they put their whole life through college and everything just to get to a certain, you know, a status, and actually hopefully they can make a living off of it. But you know, things are gonna change for sure now,
and that is where, you know, fans do come into play.
Oh yeah.
But still, like, with the whole concerning yourself with how much they get paid and what they're fighting for, I just don't agree with people hating on, you know, players feeling that they deserve more. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't agree.
Like, the
with
people
that.
in the comments are like, no, this can't happen. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Like, in a way, it's just trying to stop from getting it. Like, what else can you do? You can't. I don't know.
Just pure hating, like, oh,
really
the WNBA could end tomorrow and nobody would give a damn. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fans out there that would give a damn. Yeah. I mean, they're watching this. Just because you don't give a damn don't mean you can speak for the masses.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. But, hey, praises to them for sure. That's their bread. That's their money. That's their deals that they're going to make. And I can't hate on it, man. They're doing the work. That's the thing. Do the work. The new CBA also includes enhanced mental health resources for players. Oh, that's a big one for sure. Yeah. Especially all the, oh my God. Increased investment in player marketing and personal brand development is part of the deal. The league will expand to include a new team in Toronto starting in 2027. Coaches and staff salaries are also set to increase alongside player pay. The league plans to boost outreach programs to grow youth basketball participation nationwide. True that too. Like, they all get deals, especially with the Nikes and all these sports memorabilia. You know, aside from those deals, at least all players get a set minimum pay. So, you know, they're not just, oh, I have to go work here, I have to do there. No, their focus is all on the game and basketball. You know, mental health is big too because of all. When you're on these platforms, when you're trying to build yourself up for your likeness and everything, people in the comments, not everybody has a strong heart, a strong what is it, like brain for any of this media stuff. So, you know, that's big too, mental health for sure. So especially now, they are so well known now that they definitely need it, because a lot of backlash probably this coming season. And even with the CBA deal, they're definitely getting backlash off of it. And, you know, it's well needed for sure. Closing thoughts, moral, positive notes, problem solving, Jess?
Moral of the story is, if you feel like you ain't getting what you deserve, fight for that.
Yeah, for sure. Stick with us. Before we get into, you know, the rat and human DNA and meats, Jim Carrey clone theory, Epstein files cover up in Culture Corner, we'll get into quickly mentioning other news you need to know. So Tim Tebow is urging Congress to pass the bipartisan Renewed Hope Act, supporting more investigators for resources to fight online child sexual exploitation. He's testified before lawmakers, emphasizing the urgent need to protect children and increase funding for Homeland Security investigation. You never heard of that. Have you guys heard of that? No, that's been on Reuters, I think Reuters, or RT, whatever. No, in the mainstream media, you're not going to hear about that stuff. The fact that Tim Tebow, someone with his statue and his reach, is actually speaking out and trying to save, like, it's a good thing for sure. And respect you, Tim Tebow, and yeah, got your back for sure. Team USA's controversial 2-1 semifinal win over the Dominican Republic, thanks to a disputed strike 3 call, sparked outrage before Venezuela edged the U.S. 3-2, claim their first World Baseball Classic title. Social media buzz with analysts noting from USA's extra rest and geopolitical tensions, adding intrigue. So it is baseball season. My son's in baseball, and you know he's doing all right. Hopefully he gets better. But this is his first season, and I'm just understanding like the game of it. So it's very interesting. Yeah, it was bad on the refs calling it a strike 2 times, I believe, but it wasn't a strike. That's how I saw it. It was in the zone, and he didn't swing fully. He was just, I don't know. It was a ball for sure. he could have walked on that, but they're out, and yeah, Venezuela won. Good for them. You know, fight for the oil and your city. What ever happened after like Maduro and everything? Like, you never hear about that except that one point. Whatever. Anyways, recent polls shows 100% of MAGA voters back Trump, with support higher than ever. The base has grown to 30% of Americans, and 91% support recent military actions. Still, some Republicans and swing voters remain dissatisfied, posing challenges for the GOP in 2026. Go ahead, Jess.
I don't know, bro.
Don't want to talk politics?
I don't know.
It was funny when the CNN posted that or mentioned that, and it just made me crack up. It was like 100%. Are you sure about that? You know, there's some things that people agree with, but this whole war and stuff, I don't think 100% of MAGA agrees on it, especially with Israel. Now that the light has come out about Zionists actually pushing Americans, you know, that looks bad for Donald Trump. It seems like he's the puppet, you know. I don't believe 100% for MAGA, even though a lot of people that I hear are dissatisfied about it. But hey, what can you do? You can only talk about it. Hopefully the draft comes along and stuff. But yeah, comment below your guys' thoughts on that. Executive Office of the President registered alien.gov and alien.gov on March 18, 2026. The sites aren't live yet. This followed President Trump's pledge to release UFO-related files managed by CISA.gov domains confirm official government's intent and require strict verification. What do you think about that? It's coming out. A lot of stuff that UFOs and everything.
I don't know. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Honestly, it's just like any day now.
I mean, your mind is blown with the Epstein files and everything, and it's just like, drop everything now. Like, if they're doing that stuff to kids and everything, what's the worst after that? Like, that's
don't say that.
Like, what else?
There's always something that could be worse. Always
lizard people. Probably lizard people.
It's always something that could be worse.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I don't know. At this point, my mind isn't blown as much as, you know, when you start learning this stuff. So it takes a lot to get people's mind blown. But anyways, Chuck Norris, martial art legend and action star, died peacefully at 86 on March 19, 2026 in Hawaii. Rest in peace, bro. Known for his films Walker, Texas Ranger, and iconic internet memes, his family described him as a devoted husband and loving father and symbol of strength.
I don't know. Growing up, you know, my parents.
Yeah. My parents.
Well, my
too.
dad, you know, really into all his stuff. So seeing his stuff all throughout your childhood into adulthood, the memes about him, you know, being Chuck Norris, the Chuck Norris. I guess this persona was built around him that you just expected him to live forever. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to hear, like, Chuck Norris passing away. That's crazy to me. But I'm glad it was peaceful.
Yeah.
But that's
kind of crazy.
That's crazy to me.
Because you come... Yes, again, you grow up knowing them. And then now we're at the age where it's just their time to exit, and it sucks. A lot of people, again, we reported on a lot of people, but damn. Bruce Lee, he worked with Bruce Lee, Texas Ranger, badass show, fucking dope. And yeah, rest in peace to that guy. See you in the next dimension, my brother. Meta is ending its Horizon World VR platform on Quest headsets after losing billions. The company is shifting to a mobile-only version and focusing on AI and AR glasses. Low user adoption and major layoffs at Reality Labs prompted the strategic pivot away from immersive VR.
Well, I'm glad I didn't ever get the new one. I didn't know that.
Wait, you actually bought some?
No, I have
the Omniverse one, right?
I have the VR.
You have it?
Yeah, I got that like years ago, back when I think COVID first started.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in quarantine.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just never really used it that much. So recently, maybe like towards the end of last year, I actually like really got on it. And I was like, dang, this is kind of cool. Like, you know, it's literally a whole world, like an immersive world. Like, I heard about it when it first came out, but, you know, like I said, I'm the type to buy systems and not use them. I don't know why I do that. You
just went with the trend.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, I want this. Mind you, I got that, like I said, during the quarantine time. Yeah. So I was significantly younger at that time. Mm-hmm. That's crazy to say because it feels like that didn't happen that long ago, but it actually did. But so I just started using it. I'm like, wow, because it was not that when I first got it. Yeah. It was like, okay, yeah, you have it and you can play games. Cool. But they really made a whole immersive world. You don't even have to play games to like have fun on there. I was like, wow, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Yeah.
I mean, people have their own groups and stuff in there, and they take it very seriously.
Very. I get in there because I don't even be talking. Sometimes I get in there And I'm like, what is going on? And some of y'all need to watch y'all children, because when you in that main area, all you hear is a bunch of little kids on that cussing and saying crazy stuff. I'm like, oh my God, let me get out of here.
I mean,
crazy.
that's all gaming systems.
Yeah,
though.
it is.
Like, it's like Twitter fingers. You're behind a Twitter.
That is crazy. But still, it was pretty cool to see. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like, people really could be standing in your face talking to you. I was like, really put it in perspective, this is dangerous. This is dangerous because you're in there. Like, even when I was using it, you're in there and it feels hella real. Yeah, like, you're moving around, you're walking around. It's very immersive. People are walking up to you, talking to you, like, in your face. I was like, no wonder why nobody want to go outside no more. You don't have to. Do you see this? You're freaking talking to somebody in a different country. Oh, God. That is dangerous. I was like, wow.
Like their own characters or real people that you see?
Like their avatar that they've created, they've customized, and y'all are in this immersive world. Just there's this lobby area where you can go out to the main area. People are just already there, just yapping and talking and jumping around, running around, climbing up on stuff. It's very realistic. And, you know, everybody's just talking and... It
just really reminds me of Ready Player One. Like,
it most definitely is that.
Yeah. But after seeing everything about that, I was like... It pushed me away from actually being immersive into that. I'm like, hell no. What the hell? I don't want to be. No. I want to live in the real world. You know, there's real problems out here that we got to solve.
And it does make it very easy to disconnect from the real world. For real.
Exactly what. Comment below your guys' thoughts on that. We'll get into Jim Carrey, Caesar's Awards. Yes, I definitely wanted to talk about this when it happened. But after Jim Carrey's appearance at the 51st Caesar Film Awards in Paris on February 26, 2026, a wave of speculation hit social media. Fans noticed he looked quite different, fuller cheeks, altered eyelids, and a calmer energy than usual. Some whispered about the possibility of a clone or body double stepping in. Drag artist Alex Stone stirred the pot by sharing photos of prosthetics, claiming they impersonated Carrey at the event. An old clip of Carrey joking about using decoys to avoid paparazzi added fuel to the fire. Let's take a look. Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. Let me get the video, guys. Hold on. There you go.
We're talking about Jim's problem with the as he calls them, the stockerazzi.
This is the
because
phrase that I've coined.
They stalk you. He coined that. He came up with that.
Yeah.
So how do you handle it? What is the solution? Because a lot of folks would be interested in this. What do you do?
I've done this a few times now, and it's using a decoy.
I'm sorry, a decoy.
Using a decoy. It sounds so ridiculous, but it works like a charm.
Like a double.
It's fantastic.
Like a Jim Carrey double.
A Jim Carrey double.
Well, yeah, that's amazing.
So what I do is I send him off in one direction. Right. Sucks all the press in that direction, and I can just have my day. And
whatever you want to do.
Wherever I want, totally unmolested. It's fantastic.
Right. And, well, they say the best ideas are the simplest ones, and this really couldn't be more simple.
It really is amazing.
I'm sure it works.
It really works.
Officially, Carrey's team and Caesar Awards organizers firmly denied the rumors, confirming it was the real actor who had rehearsed his French speech for months. His family was there too, which makes it seem unlikely, but the question lingers. Could there be a more beneath the surface? Why do people find it so hard to accept a star aging naturally? Maybe the truth is somewhere between the natural change and the carefully managed public image. One thing's clear. This theory shows how the celebrity culture and social media can turn a simple appearance into a mystery worth debating. It's not off. I don't know. Because like it is different and people jump to that speculation real quick because you're so used to seeing a person the way he is because he's well known. He's a great actor, well loved movies, and you just don't see it. Like, why would he put all this work into his face? Like, it just didn't seem like he was that type of person. You know, you see changes in the person, but hey, it could be a double, a clone. It could be a body double. It could be prosthetics, you know, put into his face. It could be all of that, but we just don't know. We're just basing everything speculative on what we see and using our brains, you know?
Yeah, and we're never gonna know.
And it's just weird when it came out that Alex Stone.
We're talking about the Jim's.
The Alex Stone stuff came up on his profile. Because if you go on Alex Stone's stuff, his work is not that. Like, it's great. It's good. You know, do your thing. You know, I appreciate what you do, but you can't get what you got with Jim Carrey and the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just it's not there. Again, we could speculate, but they do have true body doubles. Clones are real. You may not believe it, but you know, the sci-fi movies and everything that you guys think is not very real is very much real. They just put it in your face and you think, whatever. This is entertainment.
As far as I know, from what I've seen, they never outlawed cloning. I think I was like really watching these videos about it. And you could fact check it because I don't know. You know, I didn't deep dive further when I was watching these people talk about it. But all they said was they weren't going to fund it federally. Mm-hmm. I don't think they ever said that you couldn't do it. They just said that they would not be funding it federally.
Pretty sure. These private corporations got it.
If you're interested in looking into that, look into it. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's happening.
I mean, we honestly don't know anything, okay? This is just a conversation. You know, conspiracies is part of the culture. So
this is all for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, that's all it is. Let's see before we get into it. Nope. Go back. Jim Carrey was 64 years old at the time of the César 2026 César Awards. The drag artist Alex Stone is known for celebrity impersonation, adding fuel to the prosthetics rumor. Jim Carrey gave a heartfelt speech in French César Awards showing clear preparation. The César Awards general delegate called the rumors a non-issue. Jim Carrey has a history of making cryptic and humorous public comments about identity, which fans sometimes misinterpret. And that too, when he talks about the Illuminati and everything and makes the signs and stuff, maybe he is part of it. Maybe this is a small disclosure that he does, but in a way he does tell you, you know, these characters that I've created aren't even real. Jim Carrey's not real. It's just an entertainment character that I play and for enjoyment, that, you know, he could be replaced. Or when you hear things about people that they take the soul out of the body and they could put another soul and totally control you from that way, from things that we hear that most likely we'll get into when we get into the Epstein files.
And you know what? Is just as much as I love to hear a good conspiracy, on the other hand, what also is in the back of my head sometimes is these people are in the entertainment business. You know, behind the scenes, because like I said, you're never going to really know. behind the scenes, this can all also be a very big running joke against the public. Like, do y'all ever think about that? Like, a lot these people are theater kids, actors, actresses that like to play into stuff, because why not?
Yeah.
Keeps the ratings up, keeps people talking about you. Why not? So I'm like, just as much as it could possibly be true, it could also be false, and there just is a big running joke in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Like, everything is a script.
Yeah.
And you could even like
I said, there's always different perspectives to look at things, and I'm never going to be focused on just one.
yeah, true.
I'm just saying, because at the end of the day, we're never really going to know. It could be true. It could just be them messing with y'all. Or it could be true, and then them joking is keeping you in the know, because technically they're still telling you they're following that rule and letting you know what's going on, but in a joking way, so a lot of people don't take it seriously. It could be any of those.
Or it's that sci-fi fantasy, like, what if it's real, but you don't know it, but this is entertainment, so, don't believe in this stuff. Oh, it's just a movie, guys. Don't believe it. Oh, they're eating kids? Oh, no, that's just a movie. That was just a movie they were showing. Like, nowadays, I don't know, man. Especially in entertainment. But yeah. Comment below your guys' thoughts about that. Yeah, we're just quickly running down what we missed for a month or so while we were gone, hiatus. But yeah, we'll get back on the high horse of trending news and stuff next week. But comment below your guys' thoughts on that. We're almost coming to... No, we're not. But anyways, rat and human DNA controversy, okay? Let's talk about this. Everyone's heard the wild claims by now. Burgers packed with rat meat and human DNA. It's not just internet rumors. Studies from 2025 and 2016 have shown trace amounts of unexpected DNA in processed meats, include hot dogs and burger patties, mainly from contamination during manufacturing. Clear Labs analyzed hundreds of samples, finding rat and human DNA in tiny fraction, but experts say it's about quality control failures, not secret ingredients. And they also say it's not bad for you. It's not super harmful to you. So why all the fuss? Because their processed meats mix different cuts, special species, and sometimes use meat glue to bind scraps together, creating a product for more the pristine burger image. And then you have the McDonald's CEO, Chris Kempinski's, I don't know, viral big arch burger moment in 2026. Remember that painfully tiny bite and robotic product comment? Social media went nuts. Memes flew, and even the Burger King joined the roast. Is it a sign of something deeper, or just a CEO caught off guard? Let's take a look.
This is something that we have tested already in Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious big arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Oh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch. It's distinctively McDonald's. Only McDonald's could do this type of burger, but it also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. You've got sort of the cheeses and the gooiness, but those crispy onions as well gives a nice texture. And of course, we've got the pickles. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my lunch, but Big Arch, try it when you can get it.
It's just weird that it just cuts and you don't really necessarily see them swallow the food. Okay? If you know cameras, that's how you usually do it. And these food reviews and stuff, that's how people do it. Like, they take a bite, they cut it, it was like, oh yeah, that was really good. Okay, we didn't see you swallow it. But the truth is, food manufacturing isn't glamorous, and viral moments can turn a burger bite into a global spectacle. What's real? What's hype? And why does it matter? Why does it matter, Jess?
I mean, if the CEO won't eat it,
Why are we eating it? But it's true though, because we are consuming this stuff, and if I said before, if you know they're feeding you garbage, would you continue to eat garbage? That's just for me. Okay. Yeah, that's possibly in all the meats. It's probably more human DNA in all the meats. When we talked about with the chicken and everything, that it's not correlating of how much chicken and these chicken sandwiches come out, and it's just not adding up. It's like, where are they getting all this stuff? You know what I mean? That's the same with the burgers and the meats and stuff. And now they're using meat glue, and meat glue is being banned in Europe. So to me, FDA is not the highest grade of, we're the best in health and everything. I feel like they're way at the bottom, and if it's banned in Europe, then it's clearly not good at all, and we continue to just keep consuming and stuff. In my opinion, Jess, if we could choose one massive fast food place, then you would know which I'm talking about. Their shit is really fake. When you leave it out for 6 months or so, that doesn't look rotten as usual food is, as onions and bread and stuff is, and that's in your stomach. If we could choose one, I know you could eat whatever else. Like, I'm gonna continue to eat whatever else, but one place, can we at least agree and just like cut it off? Can we agree that one place we could just stop and we'll shut them down completely? But it's gonna take a lot of us.
man, you know that ain't happening.
Man, see,
I'm just saying it. It's not happening, bro.
You're right.
Because some people will know, some people will find out, and you know what? Frankly, there's some people that just ain't gonna give a damn. You guys just always take that into consideration. They'll take the approach of, well, I've been having it this long, well, I'm gonna change now.
Mm-hmm. They're putting it in your burgers. I mean, okay. Allegedly, this stuff is in your burgers and stuff. But if they feeding you goy slop, then why continue eating goy slop? And when you see these processing meats, they're just a bunch of different meats. How do you know that human DNA meat is in that processing meat, or different rat meats and stuff? For me, would not believe the mainstream media, and when I look up AI, it seems like they're protecting something and they don't want something to get out. That's just me. Again, we're speculating, but I 100% believe it is true, especially how much food we consume as a population. It's not correlating how much meat is slaughtered, how much chickens is slaughtered, and where else are we getting this meat? We talked about it, right? Correct, Jess?
Yeah. But you know what I be saying. We cooked, so.
No, we're not. Okay. As long as we talk about this, have a conversation. Okay, people.
You seen the meteors the other day?
Oh, yeah. The one in... We're not cooked, Jess.
We not cooked, y'all.
Even tiny amounts of processed meat boost your risk for cancer and diabetes. There's basically no safe level anymore. Damn. Finding weird animal DNA in meat usually means contamination during processing. Not secret ingredients. Factories aren't perfect. There was a video of an owner of International Biological where they found DNA meat. And I think this was in Detroit or Chicago or somewhere. But meat glue is a common additive that binds scrap into cuts. It's FDA approved but banned in Europe due to safety concerns. Again, like I said, many burgers mix glue together scraps with real meat, usually not disclosed to consumers. Exactly. They could throw whatever, a dog meat and stuff, cat meat and stuff. It's meat. We're just going to mix it with all these other meats. Right?
Yeah.
Viral food. Stop eating that shit. just that one spot. Like, go eat your McDonald's. Go eat your Wendy's. Go eat your other fast food places, your chicken places. But at least that one place. Viral food conspiracy theorists gets clicks, but often fall apart under expert scrutiny. They show how much we distrust food safety. That was a shot. That was a shot on me, AI, for surely. Comment your thoughts, closing thoughts. We already said it. Positive note, problem solving. After this last story on viral views, we'll react to YouTuber Nick Shirley's March 2026 video alleges 170 million in California hospice fraud, citing fake businesses and stolen Medicare numbers and luxury lifestyles. I couldn't find a good viral video, but this is interesting since we live in California. So, let's talk about it. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, the Epstein files. You ready, Jess? Because I know you've been diving into the files, haven't you?
Yeah. Be careful, y'all. I can send you into a psychosis.
Exactly. Me, personally, I didn't. Nope. I just was reading on what other people were saying because I did not want to lose my mind. The Epstein files released by the DOJ in late 2025 and early 2026 expose a massive web of abuse and cover up that mainstream media barely scratches the surface of. These millions of pages reveal a systematic sex trafficking operation, also hint at something far darker. Rumors long dismissed as conspiracy theories are gaining new weight. Celebrities like Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, Elon Musk, and many more don't just appear by coincidence. Their names, photos, and flight logs point to deep connection with Epstein's world. The so-called client list may never have been officially found, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Powerful forces have clearly worked to bury it. And what about the eerie mentions of cannibalism and ritualistic abuse? Though the DOJ downplays these unverified whistleblowers and independent researchers argue otherwise. You have Chrissy Teigen, if you go back to her, you've seen it, her past tweets and stuff, she mentioned eating kids. She mentioned, I'll go to jail, for pizza, and, people with references with pizzas. These adrenochrome stuff, and, it's all out there. Guys, if you don't see these, I can't help you because this is what they do. They have these parties. They eat, I don't know, and they call it art, so you wouldn't investigate it any further or have any cops investigate it any further. But this just isn't a scandal. It's a cover-up of global proportions. Are we finally seeing the truth come out? The files demand we look beyond official narratives and ask, who really benefits from the silence? So you have Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, Mick Jagger, Kevin Spacey, Donald Trump, Prince Andrew again, Whoopi Goldberg, David Copperfield, Naomi Campbell, Woody Allen, Chris Tucker, all these people. But again, DOJ says that just because they're in this doesn't mean they've done any harm to anybody. But it just seems like it's a whole web of people that are connected with one another. If you don't know this person connected, it's just either friends in this whole thing that's going on. Jess?
Yeah, and then it, even though, they're spoken about, if you're in those circles, even if you're not partaking, you probably still know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Of course.
I feel like that makes you just as guilty anyways.
Let it out, Jess. Come on.
I mean, there's nothing more to say. I mean, the people see it.
Right.
Everyone's talking about it. Everybody's just going about their days. You know, would have been a good viral video? That man crashing out in the airport over this.
And he's right. Completely right. And the people you see and you hear in the videos like, this man is crazy.
But he honestly had a valid reaction. And it makes you sit there and think, why isn't everyone else reacting like this? Is it that normalized? Have they gotten to you that much where you're like, oh well, I don't know.
That is scary.
It's like people are, you see the outrage online. People saying, we're going to keep going to our day-to-day jobs, and they just put this information out here. We're still going to move like status quo.
So you think it naturally worked? Whatever they planned it from the beginning, like say phones and everything. Like phones could be used as a weapon on a huge population in a way. Keep you distracted.
Hell yeah, because you see, the outrage online, but you don't really see any change outside. So it gives performative. It's like they got you where they want you. Yeah. They slowly have released this information, kind of proving conspiracy theorists what they've been saying for years. And guess what? Nothing's changed. Nobody's been arrested. Nothing's going on. People just going day to day, still going to work, still trying to pay bills. They've put enough in front of your face, put you under enough duress for you just really not to give a fuck.
Like
it's
living in comfort. Like, would you rather do this or live in comfort?
Right. It's like people are still going to do their day-to-day jobs. What do you think to yourself? You're like, I found out this information. We got to start a revolution. No. People are like, I still need to go to work tomorrow and provide for my damn family. I still got bills to pay. They're like, basically they said, yeah, look at all this stuff we doing. What y'all going to do about it? Not a damn thing. Keep going to work and paying these bills and paying your taxes and keep using all these devices we put in your face because you ain't going to do anything about it. And guess what? They're right.
So you could see that these phone technologies was intentional from the beginning. But yeah, okay, connection and everything to get close with one another, but in a deeper evil sense that they used it to neuter us, basically.
I've said this in the past, and I'll say it now. We were never supposed to be exposed to this many people, to this much stuff, online. Like, I just feel like the internet is literally horrible. I mean, it dang near is.
Yeah. You're supposed to experience that on your own and not just, that guy with the Mount Rushmore thing. Like, I shouldn't be seeing, there was a video of, I shouldn't be seeing this. Like, that's not the experience I want to have. Like, they had that experience, and that just ruined my experience just by seeing his experience in a way.
Exactly.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
There are no more organic experiences. It's like, I want to see this. Now, where there's no need anymore for ambition. They could keep you right where they want you. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. You could pull a video up and see that. You don't need to go there. Why? Why do you need to go there when you could look at it here for the money that you already pay day to day for your bills? You can experience it virtually.
Yeah.
You can experience it through this streamer. You can experience it through that blogger. We want you to experience these things through these figures we put in place to make rich, and you can just live through them while we get rich.
Praise them, love them, give them, buy their merch and stuff.
There is
exactly.
The internet has gotten so big that people don't really want organic experience. And then even when you do see people congregating, they're not even in the moment.
They're on their phones.
They're on their phones. They're standing around. And if anybody does, break the mold and actually do what you should be doing when you're out in the public, they look at them like they're crazy. Like, what are you doing? You look like a fool, a clown. That's how they see you,
Message.
Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, man. So.
No, that really just blows my. Every time we talk about just people on their phones and not connecting with one another, but connecting with the outside world, not within themselves, we're lost.
And
we're more lost than ever.
And I was just talking about this the other day, right?
Yes.
Which I get. Let me just say this before I put this all out there. It's how you say it. It's how you approach it. It's how you go about it. There is a way to say things. Remember that part. There is a way to say things. There is a way to say it to people. Now, let me just go to how people just want to be fake outraged online these days. Remember when we were growing up? Remember when we used to be riding our bikes around the neighborhood, just be out and about? You remember that little sticker you used to see in all your neighbor's window? That little guy with the hat, and it say neighborhood watch. Remember those little stickers, the neighborhood watch stickers on people's windows?
Yeah, on the windows.
Right? And what does that mean? That means that neighborhood built a community within their neighborhood. They know who's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Like back then, who's supposed to be there and who's not supposed to be there in that neighborhood. That was the whole point of neighborhood watch, keeping, having your neighbors' backs. Mm-hmm. So how you see these videos where people are like, why do you need to know where I live? Why do you need to know if I live in this building? I don't need to answer to you, this and that. Now, like I said before, it still is, there is a way to ask someone. There's a way to approach it. And I also feel like people do that not in the best way. There's better ways to approach people. But how, stuff that used to be normalized back then, you built a community with your neighbors and hey, like, you live here? Yeah, I live just up there. Oh, okay, I'm so-and-so, nice to meet you. Now you know each other, and you continue to build this community throughout your buildings, your neighborhoods, so everybody knows everybody. And when people that aren't supposed to be there are there, the neighbors know. And that's how you get prevented from being robbed. Intruders, you know what I mean? When your community knows who is supposed to be there and who isn't supposed to be there, it helps, it secures your property, because we didn't used to have Ring cameras and surveillance all over the place, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You had each other. And it's just like,
Trust.
people are so jaded now. They're like, you don't need to be in my business. You don't need to.
Bro, I feel that way too, and yeah, you're right.
Like,
you're right,
I do
right.
agree there is ways to ask. Sometimes people approach it very wrong. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, when we grew up, this is what our parents used to do. This was normal. And now people have turned it into something negative. They're so they're so stay out of my business. They're so, I'm going to put you on the internet because why are you asking me these questions? And it's like, bro, people don't look at the bigger picture anymore. They just want to be fake outraged and post content on the internet.
Message.
I'm like, bro, bring back to the communities having each other's back. I'm like, that's just one of the little things that I see that I'm like, I understand it on both views. There's a way to speak to people, but I also understand it on the other, because you know who's very common? Yes, there's Karens or whatever, but sometimes there's just older people that want to know, that were part of that generation of the neighborhood watch. And people just not be fucking with that shit. Yeah. Be like, get out of my business. You don't know me. You ain't nobody.
It's just, yeah, what else can you do? Build community, let the community know that this stuff is going on, protect each other, protect the kids around too. Yeah.
Yeah, protect thy neighbor has gone out the window. So, just something that I've noticed, you know.
True. But yeah, this Epstein stuff, what else can we do? I mean, they're doing it. They're continuing to still do it. They're like, oh yeah, you know we still do it, but you still praise these celebrities and everything. And in a way, we were kind of right. Stop praising these celebrities because they're doing unmoral things that you would not completely agree. And you guys act like you know these people. But anyways, yeah, damn, we went overboard. Comment below you guys' thoughts on that. Yeah, Epstein's operation was international with evidence spanning U.S. Virgin Islands and beyond. High-profile figures are repeatedly named in flight logs and private communication, raising serious questions. The cannibalism references dismissed by officials are often cited by insiders as coded language for darker rituals. Survivor voices have been suppressed or ignored in official releases, fueling suspicion of a cover-up. Independent investigators and whistleblowers claim key documents remain hidden or heavily redacted to protect elites. I do want to, like, closing thoughts on the things about COVID. Supposedly Epstein put blood in these mRNA and put it in people, and now his DNA is in everyone, supposedly. It was fake. Okay, that shit was fake as fuck. They planned the whole thing, and again, what else are we gonna do? You know that they're doing it. It's not much we can really do except we are doing the best that we can, and is talking about it and actually letting people know. And this is a safe place to have a conversation. You know, we want to build that community here and have a conversation. Like, everything is out the window. Cat's out the bag. Conversation is everywhere. We could take it anywhere from what we know and what we want to know from you, because this is a learning experience at this point. We don't know everything. Comment below your guys' thoughts. Viral views, just real quick. Nick Shirley's explosive investigation uncovering millions in alleged fraud, fake businesses, and a luxury lifestyles funded by taxpayer dollars. How deep does the problem go? This is in California, so fraud.
Hospice money. Could you just answer the question, what's the need for 1,000% increase in hospice care here inside of LA? Do you have the paperwork to enroll a little boy by the name of Joey?
You don't know what's going on.
Well, it says there's 14 children enrolled here on the state of California. That there is $6,000 per beneficiary. Can you give us any explanation? Where can we open a hospice at? See the Maybach just like you. Yeah, in California you see pretty much the same thing, just a different industry. You have the daycares, which there's daycare fraud here in California as well, but now you have the hospices, and these guys are living life in luxury. I mean, they literally have a $200,000 car, a Maybach, and then you'll see another M8 competition, you'll see a Cybertruck, you'll see a G-Wagon. These guys are living the high life while they defraud America.
How are they getting the money to get those fancy cars? I don't know anyone who drives a car like that, who's running a hospice anyway.
Yeah, so you get the Medicare beneficiary number. People over the age of 65 enroll them into their hospices. A lot of people don't even know that they're enrolled into hospice until they go to a hospital to get a surgery or an operation done, and then that hospital actually can't treat them because they're on hospice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just lose complete, like, power of attorney situation where for those. But in my outrage is that Gavin Newsom is like, look at Nick Shirley. Why is he doing all this stuff? Like, why are you looking at Nick Shirley expose what he is exposing? Like, move into investigations on that. But that's all over the country. It's not just California, but, you know, the step in the direction of Gavin Newsom, what he's doing is not a good look. You know, we're coming to an election. People got to decide right now. Like, I've been screaming out for a very long time, get Gavin Newsom out with the frauds of the bullet train, especially he's actually for $100 billion for this bridge that, you know, have animals to cross. He's asking for money on that. His ties to China, the oil rigs and everything, gas prices, you know, or the special mixtures and stuff, we gotta tax you on that. With his wife too, money laundering, all these things that Gavin Newsom is doing, but yet we still vote him in. Like, why continue? I don't know. Like 8 years already we've had him.
Well, I mean,
for a while, huh?
This is it now.
Yeah.
Somebody new coming in.
Yeah. Honestly, it's whoever at this point. If you
It don't matter who get in there, they all bullshitting.
That too, but we hope to see some real fucking change,
We
especially
hope.
with the fraud.
But it ain't.
Yeah. But for me, I'm done voting. Like, my shit would not matter. I don't give a damn what you guys say, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
He
at this
lying.
point.
He's still gonna vote.
I'm not gonna vote. I might want to vote for that the cop, the sheriff guy.
He lied. He gonna vote. He can't help himself. You know you.
I want to revoke my registration. I want to revoke it completely. But yeah, Jess, anything on the fraud?
Yeah, man. People find new ways to run scams every day. Unfortunately, in this cruel world, they said it's too hard to win organically. Usually, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, if these people rich, they probably evil. I just feel like that's the only way you can get out of there. Is when people be rich, they be evil.
But there's some good. Come on, there's some good rich people.
Who?
No, Carlton Dennis, fucking Graham, people that Joe Rogan probably is cool. How about maybe Mark Cuban? You know, these people are the philanthropists too. Maybe Shaq. I don't know. There's some good in people, and there's some evil in some people, which we'll get into next week because I think LaRussell meant something, and we'll definitely talk about that.
Oh God.
Nah, it makes whatever. Trending topics, Jess.
You agree with what he said?
I don't know. I gotta fully under. But anyways, anything else?
That's it.
It was trending, yo.
You know what else? I mean, that's been popping up on my stuff. The Idaho 4. You know that case about the 4 college students that got killed.
Yeah.
In that house.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 surviving roommates. Yeah, it happened in 2022. I know you know about it. Everybody know about this. The 4 college housemates that got murdered. You don't know about that?
I think I did. You gotta recall the case.
They were questioning the other two surviving roommates about how did you not hear this going on? Because they were in the house or whatever. You don't remember that? Oh my God. You better look into that.
But hold on. But yeah, comment below your guys' thoughts on that. DM on all of our socials or tap in to our email lcsnation@yahoo.com. Yeah, we're at the end of the show anyways, and just I think I've heard of something like that, but
you heard about it.
Many cases of college.
It was a big story, very, very big, very big. You heard about it.
Was it the one that they found a guy and his hands were like he got approached by cops and his hands got like cut bruises? See, that's the only case I know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, but yeah, that story is crazy because when it first came out, I didn't really look into it like that. I was just like, that's unfortunate.
Is it on Netflix?
They have a documentary on Tubi about it. I think it's supposed to be going to trial or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me just pull it up for you right quick just to show you the picture, and then it might jar you.
Anyways. Positive note, destroying your weaker self means... Hold on. There you go. Destroying your weaker self means owning your flaws. Taking actions and building discipline. Embrace discomfort. Shift your mindset and surround yourself with support. Yeah, that guy was the guy, right?
He was one of the ones killed.
Oh, no, I don't know. Growth happens when you consistently choose strength over excuses. Pushing past that will hold you back every single time. Man, this is the first show coming back, so yeah.
We was yapathoning. Yappa-dappa-dappa-da. Appa-dappa-dappa-dappa-da. We happy to be back.
Did you even do it? Yeah, I did. Oh, that was you. Yeah. Comment below your guys' thoughts.
If you hold it down longer to...
No, you just press it. I think I was pressing it too. But yeah. Let's move on to better things. We just got to keep pushing. That's it.
Hell yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be here every week on Friday. We back, baby.
Have a great rest of your week. Stay blessed. See y'all next weekend.